where delta is the area of the triangle, r is the in radius, and s is the semi-perimeter. Okay, we discussed different formulas in the previous classes, and now this is the new one. Okay, and this, since the formula involves with the in radius, you need to concentrate on the in circle of the triangle. So what is the in circle? In circle is basically, see, for a triangle, just look there. If I have a triangle, so surely the triangle have 3 vertices, 3 sides and 3 angles. So if this is the triangle ABC, we can draw angular bisectors for each angle, and those 3 angular bisectors will meet at a point, and that point is the in center, and that in center is equidistant from the all the 3 sides of the triangle. I will mention you. Okay, for suppose if you have this angle, there is a line which bisects this angle. This is called the angular bisector. These two angles are same. You may say small a and small a. Not like that small a. You may take it as alpha and alpha. Okay. Okay. And similarly, you have angular bisectors for this angle also, and for that angle also. Those 3 angular bisectors will meet at a point, and that point is mentioned as I, which is the in center. Okay. And now what we need to think, that in center is equidistant from the 3 sides of the triangle. In the next step, what I am going to give you is, so take a triangle, and in this triangle, if you locate in center, the property of the in center, by the definition or by the definition of the angular bisector, in center is equidistant from the 3 sides of the triangle. All these proofs you will get from the geometry, but here we are using that concept. Okay, in center is equidistant from the 3 sides of the triangle. Okay, so this is equal, this is also equal, this is also equal. You just, this is in center, from this in center to the side BC. Okay, and from in center to the side CA, and from that in center to the side AB, all these 3 are equal. And since these 3 are equal, with this I as center, if you draw a circle, that circle for sure touches the 3 sides of the triangle, and that circle is mentioned as the in circle. And the radius of that in circle is the in radius. Since these 3 are equal, this distance is r, this is r, this is r, and that is in radius. Okay, since this formula involves with the term in radius, you need to know something about that in radius. In radius is the radius of in circle. In circle is the center which touches all the 3 sides of the triangle internally, and it can be drawn by using in center as the center. And what is the in center? In center is the point of concurrency of the angular bisectors, and here there are the angular bisectors, and their point of concurrency is the in center, and that is the in circle, and that radius is the in radius. That's something about in radius. Now coming to our part, we need to prove that delta is equals to RS. Delta is the area. Okay, again I will give you one more diagram. Just have a look at this. For suppose if we have a circle, okay, right, this is the circle, see, not circle, okay, just this triangle, triangle ABC, and there is in center in the triangle, you just mark it as I. As I mentioned you, that in center is equidistant from the 3 sides of the triangle, so the distance from in center to the side BC, okay, and the distance from in center to the side CA, whereas the distance from in center to the side AB, all these 3 are equal, and all those 3 are equals to what? All those 3 are equals to the in radius small r. Okay. Now the next thing what I do is, see, I will just join that in center to the vertices ABC. Okay. As a part of the proof, I will join in center to the vertices A, vertex B, as well as vertex C. Okay. Now if you look there, if you pay your attention on the diagram, now here 3 different triangles are there in this big triangle ABC. One triangle is IAB, other triangle is IBC, and one more triangle is ICA. So at the end, totally area of the triangle, therefore area of the triangle, area of triangle ABC is simply delta, and that delta is nothing but area of the triangle IAC, IAC plus area of the triangle IBC plus area of the triangle IBA. You just look there. Total triangle ABC can be divided into three different small triangles, and one triangle is IAC, IBC, IAB. So this is one triangle, just look carefully, and this is another triangle IBC, and this is another triangle IAC. And now this total area, therefore the delta is equals to the sum of the areas of these three triangles. And the first triangle is what? The first triangle is IAC. What is the area of IAC? Okay. So, and one more thing, we know that opposite to the vertex A, the length of this side is small a, and opposite to the vertex B, the length of this side is small b, and the length of this side is small c. Okay. Right. Then coming to the area of triangle IAC. IAC. Okay. You just pay your attention on this triangle. Area is usually half base into height. So half into, for this IAC, base is AC into height is this R. Okay. Plus the second triangle IBC. So look there. This is IBC. For this triangle IBC, this BC is the base, and again this R is the height. Okay, because in radius is just the distance is just perpendicular. Okay, and for that area of triangle IBC is just simply nothing but half BC into R plus, and next thing is area of triangle IBA, and that area of triangle IBA is nothing but half AB into R. Okay, first thing you need to identify that the total area is equals to sum of the areas of these three triangles. And the next thing is each area of each triangle is half AC into R, half BC into R, half AB into R. And among these three, it is very easy to common out that R by 2. So R by 2 of AC is small b, BC is small a, AB is small c. This A plus B plus C is just nothing but 2S, because S is equals to A plus B plus C by 2, A plus B plus C by 2, and that is equals to RS. At the end, delta is equals to RS. The product of inradius of a triangle when multiplied with semi-perimeter always gives us the area of the triangle. So at the end, delta is equals to RS. And this proof involves with the definition of inradius and incenter. Okay, just have a look. Okay. So we have different formulas related to the area of triangles, which we mentioned in previous points, but here some more related to the area. The first thing is delta is equals to R into S, and the second thing is delta is equals to R1 into S minus A, where that R1 is the X radii. So for every triangle, not only in circle and in radius, along with that we have 3 X circles and 3 X radii and 3 X centers, and this is something about that first one, X radii 1, R1, which is opposite to vertex A. Similarly, we have the formulas related to X radius 2 and X radius 3 also. First of all, you just think about this. Okay, right. So take a triangle. So this is the triangle. Okay, so if you extend the sides, or you may extend these sides, no problem. If you name the triangle as ABC, okay, extend the sides AB and extend the sides AC. Okay, if you extend the sides AB as well as if you extend the sides AC, there is a circle which touches the 3 sides. What are the 3 sides? This side BC and the extension of AB side and extension of AC side. So for sure there exists a circle which touches all these 3. Okay, it depends on the diagram, it depends on the triangle, the circle will looks like this. Okay, okay, maybe board is not sufficient for me to sketch the total circle, but there is a circle, okay, which touches the 3 sides, and the center of that circle is usually notated as I1 or I suffix A, because it is opposite to A. And this center is known as X center, which is the center of this circle, which is touching one side of the triangle externally and the other two sides internally. Okay, right. Okay, and now the radius of this x circle is x radius, and that is r1. Similar to opposite, this is opposite to vertex A. Similarly, there is a circle opposite to vertex B, and that is IB, its radius is R2. There is a circle opposite to vertex C, that is IC, and its radius is R3. And now we are thinking about R1. R1 is the radius of this circle, whose center is I1. Since there is a radius R1, and that radius is again what? Since this circle is touching the three sides at some points, okay, yeah, you may name the points, and the this x center 1 to these points, the distance is always equals to the radius 1. Okay, for suppose if you join these two, this is R1, and if you join these two, this is R1, and if you join these two, this is again R1. And from a center to a circle, from a center, see, to a point on the circle, the distance is R1. And one more thing is, this circle is touching the side AC, extension of side AC. That means this line AC is just works like a tangent, and that's why here you need to make perpendicular, you need to locate that perpendicularity there, because always tangent line is perpendicular to the radius of the circle. If you have a circle and there is a line which touching the circle, from the center to the tangent, if you draw a radius, and that radius is always perpendicular. With that logic, okay, this is it also makes a perpendicularity at this point actually. Okay, so for the convenience, I am just adjusting the diagram. Okay, so here it may be, and this is also makes a perpendicular, you just take it as R1. So here also it is perpendicular, you just take it as R1. So what I am mentioning is, there is a circle which touches the three sides of the triangles externally opposite to vertex A, and that circle is x circle, and its center is x center IA, and its radius is R1, and that R1 which is equidistant from the three sides, and I am marking it like that. And now the next idea is, as we discussed in the above case, I need to join this x center to the vertex A as well as to the vertex B as well as to the vertex C. Yeah, I am just connecting that I1 to the vertex A, vertex B, vertex C. Now our intention is to find the area of the triangle. You just think about that area of the triangle once again. So now delta, which is the area of the triangle ABC, is equals to, just look there, what I am going to tell you is, see, first of all, this is I1, this is A, this is B. You just pay your attention. I1AB, this is the triangle. Okay, and then I1AC, this is the triangle. See, I1AB is one triangle, I1AC is another triangle. Sum of the areas of these two triangles, and from that sum, if you remove this I1BC, this area, then you will get the triangle ABC area again. Once again I am sketching for you. Just look there. So this is A. The total diagram will be like this: A, B, C, and somewhere here I have I1. So first of all, I1A and I1B, this area. Next, I1A, I1C, this area. So this total area plus this total area minus this I1BC area will give us this ABC area. With that idea, and I can write that area of the triangle delta as like this: area of triangle I1 AB plus area of triangle I1 AC minus area of triangle I1 BC. You need to think with me, okay? You need to observe the diagram, you need to analyze, okay? And the next step, this area of the triangle delta is equals to, what is the area of the triangle I1AB? For every triangle, always the area is of base into height. And for this I1AB, if you treat this AB as the base, the height for this triangle is outside of the triangle, and that is R1. Okay, see, the height altitude for acute angle triangles, it lies inside. For obtuse angle triangles, it lies outside also. So here for that I1AB, AB is the base, but the height for this side AB from the opposite vertex lies on the outside. So this area of triangle I1 AB is nothing but half AB into R1 plus then area of the triangle I1 AC again. This AC is the base and the height from I1 to side AC is outside, which is R1. So then the area of triangle I1 AC is half AC into R1 minus area of triangle I1 BC. I1 BC, it is very clear. BC is the base and the height is R1. Okay, and this is minus half BC times R1. Okay, at the end you just common out that R1 by 2 from these three theorems. R1 by 2 times of AB is what? Small c. AC is small b. BC is small a minus BC. And C plus B minus A. Already we mentioned you in the previous classes that S is semi-perimeter, 2S is A plus B plus C, and C plus B minus A, which is simply nothing but this is equals to R1 by 2 times of 2S minus 2A. Just think about it. 2S is A plus B plus C, minus 2A is B plus C minus A. And if you cancel out that 2, you left with R1 times of S minus A. So area of the triangle delta is equals to R1 times of S minus A, where R1 is the X radii which is opposite to vertex A. Just have a look. And it is completely depending on the X center and X radii. చూడండి ఒకసారి. సో ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్లో మనం ఏం చేసాం, ఇన్ 20A డెల్టా ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు RS. Area of triangle is equals to the product of in radius and the semi perimeter. B, delta is equals to R1 into S minus A. Similarly, if you go with the other one, delta is equals to R2 into S minus B, where this R2 is the X radius opposite to vertex B. And similarly, another one D, delta is equals to R3 into S minus C, where this R3 is the X radius opposite to vertex C. So for the delta, which is the area of triangle, there are different formulas, and these are the 4 formulas which connects the area of triangles with the in radius as well as with the X radii. And if you observe, in the last class I mentioned you one formula. Okay, what is that? Delta is equals to ABC by 4R. Okay, already it is given in the previous points. Okay, and if you observe that this is the delta area of the triangle and R, which is the circumradius. So when you are going to relate circumradius of the triangle with the area, use delta is equals to ABC by 4R. In radius of the triangle with the area, delta is equals to RS. X radius of the triangle with the area, then these 3 formulas. Okay, along with all these formulas are connecting to the area of triangle. Along with this, still we have some more formulas, like delta is equals to square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C, and delta is equals to half base into height, and delta is equals to half BC sin A. And if you convert everything in terms of the angles, we have another formula. Delta is equals to 2R square sin A sin B sin C. All these formulas which are written in blue color are already mentioned in some previous points, and now here some more points related to the area of the triangle. Just look there, all these formulas are for the area of the triangle or connecting area of triangle with the different parameters of the triangle. Just have a look, and using all these things we can solve different problems. Okay, so just have a look at the board. Small r is the in radius, and R1, R2, R3 X radii, delta is the area, and capital R is the circumradius, and ABC is equals to S. All these things we already know related to the triangle. And just we derived some formulas. Delta is equals to R into S, delta is equals to R1 into S minus A, delta is equals to R2 into S minus B, delta is equals to R3 into S minus C. Okay, and using all these formulas and with these notations, there is a chance to prove all these problems. Okay, just have a look. I will discuss one by one. Okay, yeah, first of all, if you think about the first problem, very simple actually. if you think about the first problem, okay. See, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 is equals to 1 by R, we need to prove. For some time, you just leave this 1 by R, think about the sum 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. We have a formula that delta is equals to R1 times of S minus A. Yeah. So delta is equals to R1 times of S minus A. Then what you say about R1? Delta by S minus A is equals to R1. Delta by S minus A is R1. Then what you say about 1 by R1? 1 by R1 is its reciprocal. So 1 by R1 is simply S minus A by delta. And 1 by R2 is simply S minus B by delta. And 1 by R3 is S minus C by delta. Very good. So S minus A plus S minus B plus S minus C by delta. So to prove this, what we need to do? Just you add. See, the denominators are same, just you add the powers. The numerators, not the powers. S minus A plus S minus B plus S minus C divided by delta. And now in the numerator, S and S and S is 3S. 3S minus of A plus B plus C divided by delta. Okay. And what is A plus B plus C? As I mentioned you, A plus B plus C is 2 times of S. Okay. And that is equals to 3S minus 2S by delta. 3S minus 2S is again simply nothing but what? S. So that is equals to S by delta. And delta is R into S. So if you replace it, and this is directly 1 by R. At the end, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 is equals to 1 by R. Just by using that, R1 is equals to delta by S minus A, R2 is equals to delta by S minus B, and R3 is equals to delta by S minus C. So using those three, easily we can prove all these bits also. Okay, just try these things.